packs out for me. And then punch. Cool. That was your left, right? So you're gonna, and I know you're this way, so you want to do down.
So you need this hand forward.
Yeah. So 1, 2. And then, punch. Go that side. Cool. Hold this out. 1, 2. Okay, yeah. That's fine. I'm just going to do it that way. Hi guys, welcome back. Today what we're going to be looking at is both my hands are up and my attacker is just literally going to slap my front hand down and then look to do the punch attack towards me afterwards. We are doing single punches to start with. In other videos we will be doing more punches, so double punches and so on. And double punches like this in a sense, but they're going to go punch, punch. So they're going to be 2 punches or some form of combination. What we're looking at now is just a single combo, or this could be a double combination in the sense that he has his arms up and the person's looking to do this idea. So they're slapping that front hand out of the way, then coming in with their cross or their cross. This is what we're going to be working today. So here again, same thing. This time I'm facing towards my partner or my opponent a little bit. He's going to slap with it to the outside and then punch on the inside of my other hand. So he slaps my left hand and he punches to the inside of my right hand. So here 1, 2, nice and simple, nice and slow to get started with. And then I'm just getting used to, as I said before, watching what's happening, letting my brain understand it and take it all in. And then hit this way, boom, boom, good. So to help your training partner or to help yourself, always make sure you bring this one back up. So here and then back up to keep the control. That's it. So slap, then bring it back to hit, rather than slap, leave it down and then hit with the other one. Good. That's it. So hits and then throw. So boom, boom. Good. Hits, and I'm getting used to it. So you have your hands up. So I'm Monty gets used to it too. Good. Stay facing me. So boom, I'm up. So boom, here this way. And up. So you're just getting used to this idea. So you're practicing your packs out a little bit as well. So it's just a nice relaxed sort of slap into it. So it brings the blood to the surface. That's all of this bit is. If you do it hard enough, then this will become nice and bruised. But the general idea of the slapping movement, or the paksa, which is called, is literally to slap into the person's arm, and it changes their focus from attacking you and thinking of the slap in that instant, rather than thinking of a hit, which gives you time. So again, your arms are up, I'm into you. So I'm going to feed, so here 1, 2, so we can start boom, boom, this way, good. That's it, cool. So rather than leaning forwards, just stay still. That's it, good. So we just get the action working of me doing my attack. Boom, boom. You can start with my hands down, you start with your hands up, and then we just use this idea. So here, good. Here, and then we just get working like so. Or I can start with my hands up this way, and then look at this sort of idea. So we increase the intensity of boom, and then hit. So arms are up again, boom, and then I come straight back in. So we increase the intensity and we can increase the frequency, we can increase the intensity. So choose which one, or do both, again, depending on where you're at with your training with it. But yeah, we want to get a nice little mark eventually, so that going on this way, you can do the same now. So ready? So you go, boom, this idea, that's it. So it just gets the same idea sort of going. Good. He's got a silencer on his pack cell where he's slapping. There we go, that's better. Good. So we get the idea. So I'm starting to get some of the blood coming to the surface as well, so that we just get used to the feeling of it, as well as making sure that we're still aware of the punch that's coming in. So from here this way, again, who cares how your legs are standing? Not so much like this or doing any other sort of weird and wonderful movement. We're just literally, I have my hands up in front of me. I don't want to get into a fight or a confrontation. I've got my knees slightly bent, not down like this, and not locked, okay? So my knees are slightly bent, my hands are up, he hits this down, and I use that to move me. So when he hits this, that I use to move me, rather than standing here this way. So he packs, and then I move. Packs out, move. Now again, if we look at it from a preemptive perspective, when I'm here this way in like ultra slow motion, as he comes towards me, I'm already going forwards. So my hand is already going forwards because I can see that he's going to move to hit me. So that will give me some level of intention behind my movement, rather than just standing here like a drip, in a sense, and then he hits me, and then it's going to be difficult. So I need to have some level of intention behind my movement, and that's what's going to move me to the side, ready for me to do the same thing back to him. So I use the pax out back. So we start this way, so boom, and then in like so. I'm moving, so if you can see hopefully you can see my feet. I'm standing this way or this way, it makes no difference. I'm moving either like this, or I'm moving this way. So all I'm doing is moving off at the angle to get out of the way of the punch. The punch is coming towards me. Do you get it for me? So the punch is here and then coming towards me. So it doesn't matter how I have my feet, I can move this way with it, I can move this leg here with it, or I can move this leg out. Okay, any one of those it's all nice to know exactly what the other person's going to do, so I know exactly what I need to do myself. The chances of that happening are about 100% no chance. Okay, so you're in this situation, he's hit like this, and I've literally stepped across, even if you're using like the cross step from the dummy form. So my hands are up this way, I can sidestep with the other leg, and then crack into hitting and following up. So let's look at the worst case scenario. The hardest one is that I'm here this way, and I'm using the cross step before I can then come back in. So again, so here, then the packs out, and then boom, with the follow-up up and the hit at the same time. So here, arms up forwards, cross, kick, and then carrying on in like so. So even if, like just happened there, I'm looking to do a hard hit. I'm not going to do this on him, I want to use him in other videos. And I want to use him to train him as well. But if you miss, it makes no difference. Just put your foot down and you've still got yourself in the correct position. There is always the possibility that you're going to screw up. Alright, so we want to look at going from, oh my god, what's just happening, to putting our professional head on and getting straight back into what we've trained our muscles to remember and to do. So again, here this way, he hits, then boom, misses, and then carry on with my attack like so. So again, hits this way, packs out as well, and fire this forward to stop so that he can't hit back. This can create the momentum for him to come around this way. So once I've hit with this one, this is a possibility. So I need to step in as well and then cover myself or be aware of that happening. So again, hits, crosses, please make sure you hit me. Boom, boom, thank you. So here, this way, fires in, then carries on round, and control can hit. This again, a little bit dangerous if you hit the back of the head because of the top of the spine going into the brain. But I can hit the side and then look at smashing into the kidneys or the back here as well, or this side and then just hitting. This is going to bring him around. If you look here, it's automatically brought him around. So I can push down on the t-shirt as well. So then look at keep controlling the foot, controlling him. Here this way, difficult for him to then follow up with much. So again, boom, here, kicks, hits, this or there, can push down or pull back this way to control him. So I'm going to push my knee into the back of him. You could say this is the horse stance or the pole movement, and boom, and then hitting down. For demonstration, for videos on YouTube and so on, this can look fantastic. For reality, when I'm smashing down into someone's windpipe like this, it's going to kill him. Okay, so it's not the best of ideas, really, unless that's what your intention is, but I don't advise it. So make that very clear. I'm not teaching you right now or explaining to you how to kill somebody. So hit this way, he hits, turns, Packs our away, then can carry forwards or kick, then step in, and then just look to punch, even if you're just standing here like so. So I want to, he's moved his other leg. I was here with my foot, he moves his other leg, so I need to, basically I don't want him to keep running. So I'm going to step on this one to stop him from getting away with this one. Yeah. So I'm pushing some weight into that as well to stop him from getting away. He can't sweep me, so standing like this or having your weight on this leg is not a problem because you can't look at taking my leg. The only real time that I need to make sure that I've got all my weight on my back leg is when I'm in a position where he could sweep me. So from here, he could, steady with this one, he could then sweep my leg. So I need to make sure that I have weight on my back leg and not on my front leg, okay? So again, I'm looking to control his stance. I'm looking to control his balance all the time. So your arms up. So let's go for, you doing this side, then they can see. So he has his arm forward. So I'm looking to push this one away, punch, and then hits like so. So not so much of this bouncing back up on this one. We're looking to use the other arm. So here, and then packs out with this one, packs out, and then punches. So again, arms up, 1, 2, 3, like so, and then continue on. Look, head up. Quite heavy as well, aren't you? Arms up, so 1, hit, good, that's it, and then carry on back. Good, good. Arm up, 1, 2, 3, packs out. Do a big packs out on here. So here. Good, that's it, good. And then carry on in. Cool. That was a good one. Arms up. 1, hit, got you. So here, good, that's it, and then hits. Cool. Head up. Don't worry so much what I'm noticing Monty's doing right now is when he pushes on that way and then come in with this one. He's looking to go here with his packs out. This can do a lot of damage to the other person's arm because it's going to push the elbow the wrong direction, which is going to break the arm. So, or damage the ligaments and tendons within the elbow joint. The problem with doing that is that I've got all of this here if I'm trying to go around to that. So I need to make sure that I'm just pushing my arm forward. So when this one is here, when I'm slapping his arm, I'm actually pushing my arm forwards a diagonal direction towards his opposite shoulder. So if we look at it from a front angle, so hopefully you can see this, but if we're looking at here this way, this is his punch. So he's done his punch. I'm not looking to just slap this. What I'm looking to do is to push my hand forwards, but towards this opposite shoulder. So what will happen is when I do this, his arm will move away from me, and this will carry on forwards. If he moves away, I'm still looking towards going into his hitting him in the face with this. But the idea is that this goes forwards and controls the arm ready for this one to attack, for the other arm to hit it. So I'm not looking to go from here and around to hit the elbow or the back of the arm like so. Because there is this much of a possibility that I'm going to get hit. So, or he's going to change what he's doing. So, again, forwards, like so, and then carries on. So again, if you go this side for me, so then they can see. So he slaps, slap, 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 slap. So hits, like so, that's it, and then again, so boom, and then hits forwards this way. And then carries on with my punch. I want to attack him and make this this movement an attacking movement as well to change his focus. So you do the same to me, please. So it's his arms up, I go down, and then that's it. Yeah, and then through like so. Good. And keeping the head up, so don't be looking at the person's feet. Common mistakes that I see is when you're doing the movement, they're looking down on where the other person's feet are. This is where you just need to practice a little bit more. Increasing your confidence a little bit with it, and keep the head up, shoulders up, back up as well, so that you have a presence about you. And this again can put doubt, like I was saying in the previous video about the psychological balance that we want to take. So again, arms up, hits, punches, and then carry on in. That was better, yeah, good. There we go, cool. And then controlling like so. So again, arms up, so form, hits, there we go, good, good, good. Cool. If you've got mitts or something to put on your hands or a head guard and so on, you can increase the intensity of it. I tend to put my hand here, one for my own training because I'm still watching what the other person's doing, and also means they can hit this a little bit harder and I can still talk to them at the same time. Although you do get caught out sometimes and bite your own tongue. So here this arm's up, so 1, 2, cool. So what we're looking at now is he's kind of almost like bobbing or avoiding it using like a boxing sort of technique. So we want to keep the upper body a bit more structured or rigid in a sense. So when he's here this way, maybe rigid was the wrong word, that's it, so that he's not moving like so. We want to keep the spine straight is more what I'm trying to explain. So here this way, so 1, 2, that's it, and then forwards and then carry on with the attack. Good, 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 good. We're not looking to be rigid in our movement, we're looking to still be free-flowing and fluid with what we're doing, but what we don't want to do is have the head move over, because now my spine is moved off to the side. There's nothing wrong with me sort of moving this way, and getting the hips to move. This is not a good idea because now I'm off balance. Okay, so it's similar off track or a little bit sort of moving on to something else quickly. That if you look at like the Aikido where they grab onto the arm and then twist over, it's over. I can easily now get the throw on because of the angle that he's at. He's more of a 90 sort of, or moving in towards a 90-degree angle for me to be able to take him down and throw him. So when this pushes this way, if you do the same to me this time, so I don't want to hold, that's it. So he's twisting over and then down into me. So this is not good for me. Oh, do it again for me. The more flexible you are, carry on. There, stop. There, go a little bit more. That is where I can feel that, that my flexibility is ended and now it's starting to pull me. So I have that much more time. You can release that, thank you. So if we look at using sort of Monty as such, he's now there, is it. So that now, any point onwards from that, he's going to move his body. So if you look at mine again, real slow. So there is where Monty's was. Carry on. Mine's there. Got it? So I have that much more time to get out of this movement. But going back to what we were saying, that if he's going to push, I don't want this to happen with my upper body. When he does that movement, I want to step too. Okay, so when it comes to the punch, when we hit this way, we want to break it down a little bit. So he's standing with his arms up. When I hit this one, he uses that to move him. So again, so I hit this way, so we go back, and we just break it down so he gets the idea. So down this way, that's it. Good. Forward, and he uses that to move it. Forward, and he uses that to move it. Hits, and then he moves. And he gets into the habit of doing that so that he's not dodging this. Again, this part can be more of a reaction, so it can be coming from a fear-based, or from a place of fear. So we're looking at me just slowly adding the next part. So boom, that's it. Forget this arm because we want to rely on the arm or your head to move out of the way. That's good. So again, I'm punching him where he was standing because this is where he is right now. This is where I want this hit to go. So the fact that he's moving, I'm taking into consideration that we're moving at the same speed. So if I increase my speed, he would need to increase his speed to get out of the way. So here, this way, forget this arm now. So here, that's it, and he uses that just to move. Good, that's it. So I'm not trying to make have my partner mess it up. I want to work with my partner so I can increase his skill level so that he can help increase my skill level. So here, 1, 2, good. You saw he moved his head slightly there. So again, we just want to get used to the fact that we're doing this idea. So that little flinch there was because of this hitting. So when this hit and he did this a little bit, that again is the reaction. This is the fear that I've been talking about as well. So we just get used to just doing this. So again, so I can hit this way, and he just gets used to the idea. Laughing is a good thing too. So laugh it off a little bit. So here this way, and then come in. So if you saw my body language was enough to make you think, oh shit. So here this way, good. And again, still a little bit of that going on. So if you do it to me, So I want to get hard and then go for the punch. Boom, boom, that's it. So here, then I use this idea. So when he does, I just want to get used to the fact of doing this. So here and then moving. So here, good, that's it. So if you notice as well, I'm moving my hand forwards as well as getting used to shifting to the side. So as this comes towards you, that's it, yes. And now he didn't flinch at all on that one. So boom, there we go, a little bit of a flinch. That's it, good. So here, there we go, cool. And go more that angle. So forwards, good, there we go. So you can see we start to build on it, and now I add the punch to it as well. So here this way, good. And then he builds and then does the packs out back. Go forward. Good, there we go, cool. And all the way up the arm, ready? So arms are up, the straight arms up in front. So I want to get to the slap, so slap this out of the way. So there's no point in your partner. So if we're practicing for him to slap my arm down, there's no point in me holding my arms here. Slap my arm down for me. Look how close he has to get in. So when he does, it's very easy for me to hit him back. We're looking at having the idea that my arms are forwards, so we get the correct training going in. So he needs to have his arms forwards, and he's looking to be facing a little bit, so I want to move this. That's it. So again, so boom, and then the hip. Yes. Here, forward, that's it, and then come in. Good. Get the thumb in a little more. There we go. So again, so there. So what he did that time was hit and then slid up my arm. So we do it again. Good. Then he slid up my arm to my shoulder. But the problem is he's opened himself up now, so it's very easy for me just to turn his head away. So I want to make sure that the palm or the paxa is coming towards my opposite shoulder. So again, boom, and then put that in. Now I can't do that. Okay, so he's got the control then of my upper body. Now he needs to get the legs in to get the control of my lower body as well. So arms are up, so boom, and then in, and that's it. Yes, good. So he's got the control, making sure that my partner's not looking down at the floor. Arms are up and then punches, and carry on with the punches. Good, like so. That's it, good. Don't look down. Keep that head up, okay? So again, arms are up, hits, cool, that's okay. Good, and then carries on again. So again, boom, this one, come in. Good, and forwards. Look, that's the elbow. So what he did that time was push in, but not past my elbow. He wants to come forward so that he's still got the contact with the elbow. So he starts there, moves in, gets into the elbow, and then pushes it back like so, okay? So he doesn't want to be pushing in like this, because it's going to collapse my hand, or could collapse my hand, and then have the problem of the elbow coming in to him. So slow, punch, and then in. That's better, yeah, good. Good, don't look down. In, hits, and then forward. Perfect. So he's got the control of the legs, he's got the control of the upper body as well, he's looking down. Cool. Help your partners to keep their head up as well. So this covers what we're looking for. A lot of variations went on as well. We're looking for the outside slap to get this out of the way, to then move on to the straight punch coming towards the face. Any questions? Please let me know. Send me an email or leave a comment below. I'll check them regularly as well. So hit like or hate. Give me some feedback. Give me some ideas on challenges that you're having as well, so I can try and help you too. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you on the next video.